Hi everyone, and welcome to episode number 259 of the Karen Knits podcast. My name is Karen, and I'm coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania, where I live, where I work, where I knit, and get into all kinds of other crafting shenanigans. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. I'm filming off schedule today. It's Friday morning when I'm filming. It's almost 11 o'clock. Hubby and I are soon heading out for date day, and we'll be off on an adventure for today. So I want to get this filmed today because Saturday we are going to a friend's place for barbecue all afternoon, but they're like a 2-hour drive away. So we have other friends picking us up, but I'm not going to have an awful lot of spare time tomorrow morning or Saturday morning, and all day Saturday is filled up. We won't be home probably before 6 o'clock. So if I'm filming this week, it has to be now. And plus I don't have an awful lot to tell you this week. It's been a crazy busy week. It's been a stressful week. I've not had an awful lot of time for knitting. I've got a little bit done, but I've been busy but not knitting. Anyway, I should be able to explain in a couple weeks what's going on with busy for me. But anyway, if you're a new viewer, thank you so much for coming by to see what I'm all about. I hope you enjoyed here. Hope you stick around. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back week after week to see what kind of shenanigans I'm up to. Or not up to, as the case might be this week. I don't have an awful lot to show you. Anywho, I appreciate each and every one of you so much. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. It helps my little channel, and like the video, comment. It helps the YouTube algorithm stuff, which helps me. But welcome everyone. So I'm filming this on Friday the 23rd of May. Yep. And I'll be scheduling it to go live sometime Saturday late morning. I haven't decided yet. Depends on when I get the editing and uploading done, which probably won't be till tonight. Anywho, that just gives you an idea of how my week has been going. Anyway, so I've only been working on one project this week. That's it. One project. It's gonna be quick. And my skin is peeling. I think it's just stress that I'm like a snake. I'm shedding a layer of skin. You don't want or need to know that, right? Anyway, my one project that I've been working on this week is in my little project bag that I made for myself quite a while back now. And these are my 2 at a time toe up sort of shorty socks. So I'm onto the heels now. I've got a bunch of yarn, and since I'm on the heels, the needles are wonky. But anyway, since I saw you last week, where was I? I was down here. So I finished all the gusset increasing. I think I was almost ready to start the gusset increasing. I think I had about 10 rows to go on the straight line on the foot. Then I did the gusset increasing. I have the heel turn, heel flap on the first sock is complete. And I'm partway through, about a third of the way probably through the heel flap on the second. Heel turn is done, heel flap is in progress. Then I will get back to reattaching the main colors and knit until those completely run out, and then switch back to my contrast color. The little extra balls of yarn are they're down in the toes right now. Best place to store them. They're not going to get lost. But once the main color for each runs out, I will go back to using the contrast color, which is an opal yarn. I don't have the label with me. Can't remember the name of the color. That's okay. But the main colors are from my 2023 opal advent calendar, where there were 24 20-gram skeins of different opal yarns, all either self-striping or like this orangey one in a variegated type of pattern. So I'm hoping to get through all of those, the rest of those advent calendars in this year. I hope to have them all done by the end of 2025. I think I'm getting closer to halfway through now, give or take. I will be, when I travel to Manitoba this summer, I think I'm planning on just balling up a bunch of those yarns and just take those with me and keep making mismatched socks until I'm out of yarn. Anywho, so those are my, and the yarn came from Purple Yarn Co. No. I'm drawing a blank on her name. Purple Circle Yarn Co., I think is it. She's on Etsy. I'm not sure if she's still doing the advent calendars, the 20 gram advents, but you can buy, I've know in the past I've seen where you could buy packages of either 10 or 20 gram little minis in opal yarns. She's ships out of Canada. Can't remember what part. I want to say Toronto, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I will try to remember to link her info down in the thingy below. So if you're interested, you can take a look. And that's been it for my knitting this week. I am expecting to have a much calmer week this week coming up. So I'm hoping that I can start rooting through all of my shirt was just hanging way down. I'm hoping this week coming up that I'm able to start reading through some more of my yarns, and I'm just looking at the basket down in front of me with all of my row 1 mini yarns in there. What I want to do is I want to go through all my row 1 minis. I want to take all of the months that had yarn that was an 80-20 mix and put those in one spot, because I want to do something only using the 80-20 yarns altogether, and all the other ones that are 75-25, because there's just a little bit difference. I started doing some of my mitered squares in the 80-20 and they were coming out quite a bit larger than the 75-25. So I'm thinking the yarn is a little bit thicker. So when I do it double, it's just a little too much. So what I plan on doing with those is separating out the 80-20s and the 75-25s. Then once I have all the 75-25s all together, I'm going to get going on getting back to work on my mitered square project. And thank you for everyone who told me what on earth that, you knew exactly what I meant. Ruana? Am I even pronouncing it correctly? But anyway, so now that I know what it's called, I can look at patterns and double check the layout. And that is what the mitered square project is going to grow up to become. So once I get all the yarns separated out, I want to sit down and get started on working on those. Then I have a little bit of yarn left over from each and every one of the minis. There's just a little bit left, so I want to get those all the extra ones put into a magic knot ball. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I'm just going to tie them all together, put a little bit of something on them to make sure that the ends stay put, even though I've never had a trouble with them self-destructing. And then just make a couple magic knot balls and decide on something to make with those. I'm leaning towards either doing a marled garter cardigan. That's what I really think I want to do. Is and do double. One strand will be with the magic knot ball. I think that's what it's called. One of them will be that. One strand will be that, and the other strand will just be a strand of bear yarn. And so it'll kind of like mute the contrasting in some of the colors, and I think we'll make for a gorgeous cardigan sweater. The sleeves will be different. I'm not going to worry about coordinating the colors so that the sleeves coordinate and match with the body. They're going to be willy-nilly. Whatever works. I'm not that fussed about it. So that's the plan with those little scraps. And then I have other little scraps that I'm going to incorporate into that one as well. But that's going to be for down the road. I'll get the I want to say 8. I want to keep putting 8 in there. I want to get all the magic knot balls together and just have them aside so that when I'm ready to start a cardigan, I'm ready for it. I have no business starting another cardigan now. I have the mitered square one on the go, or thing on the go. I have the log cabin. Is it log cabin? With the stripes. I have that one on the go, and I have my Radvent cardigan on the go. All 3 of them have seen zero love in a long time, and it's well overdue. I still have to relocate the pattern for Radvent so I can get back to that one. I'm all talk, not much action. So, that's kind of the mode I've been in lately. All kinds of ideas, all kinds of plans. Not the time or the motivation or the oomph to do anything with it. Anywho. So, and I still need to get back to working on the pair of socks that knocked me out of sock madness. I haven't touched those in a couple weeks, or at least a couple weeks, a month maybe now. I need to get back onto that. So many things, so little time. Or I don't make the amount of time to work on them. But I do want to get back to my mitered squares, because I think that'll be something fun to do, like 1 or 2 squares a day to get back onto it. So those are my basic plans for what I want to get working on coming up. The 2 at a time toe-up sort of shorty socks, the mismatched ones with the opal yarns, those should be done. I suspect those will be done by the time I come and talk to you next week. They should be done by then. And hopefully I'll have some progress on something else to show you. And I'm going to try to refrain from starting anything new. Don't hold your breath, but I'm going to try to restrain myself. And other than that, what else can I tell you? This is going to be a short episode. Things at work and life have been busy and hectic and a little bit on the stressful side. No big problems, no big issues overall, but there's just been a few moving parts going on right now, and I'm just waiting for different piles of dust to settle. So, and then I can explain all of that probably in a couple weeks. So, but the next week is going to be a lot less stress, a lot less things to worry about, hopefully. Nothing right now in the works that's going to bump my blood pressure up, but hopefully it'll stay that way. That's what else I wanted to mention and comment about. I think this week I want to start, maybe I'll plan it this week and launch it next week. I want to have finish it up along. I have a bunch of projects that I have almost finished. I have a boatload of ends that need weaving in. I just need to sit down, shut up, and weave in the ends. I don't even mind weaving in ends, but I just finish the socks, put them aside. That's it. I have a bunch of things that need to have pictures taken and posted on Ravelry. I've been really bad at doing that for the last quite a while. So I want to get that updated. I want to get all my pictures done. I still have not, I don't even know where it is. The project, the most recent mystery shawl knit along from Stephen West, I still haven't blocked that. I finished that in like November, December. It's just sitting there patiently waiting for me to remember that it needs to be blocked. So what I want to do is, let me know if anyone's interested in kind of joining along, setting a goal, just like get all these little loose ends tied up. I've got like a whole stack, and several of those granny square blankets that I've made recently, I still haven't tucked in the ends. The ones that I gave away to my friend, those have been done. All the others, no. Ends are still sitting there flapping around. So it's just all those things that I need to get done. So I think maybe that might be one of the things I get done this week. Maybe I'll do a quick little video of all of that. I also need to do my stash down video for May. It's the 23rd of May when I'm filming this, and I still haven't done that video yet. That gives you an idea what this month has been like. When I get some downtime, I seriously just, I'm down. I don't do anything. I sit there staring at the computer screen, watching some videos, and not doing anything else while I'm doing that. I've just been vegging, completely vegging out. Doesn't help that my hands have been bothering me off and on lately, so that doesn't help. But anyhow, I'll quit griping at you. And yeah, so I don't know if I'll get going on the ends this week now and have that ready to just done before next week, or if I'm going to get it all piled up and organized and launch it next week. I'm not sure. I don't have a lot of excess capacity for anything right now. So anyway, that's about it. I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go and get ready to go out on date day with the hubby. We're going to go to a museum / art gallery thing. It's about an hour's drive from here. Then out for lunch, supper, somewhere in between. We just finished breakfast half an hour ago. So like 10:45 we were eating breakfast. So we're not going to need lunch until probably 2 or 3. So have lunch, then there's a couple shops we want to check out there, and then head back home. So it's like I said, it's an hour's drive there, an hour's drive home. And then Saturday we have this barbecue we're going to. Sunday is usual Sunday stuff. Monday is Memorial Day here in the US, so there's a parade in town. Our church is participating in the parade, so I'll be riding along in the vehicle with one of the guys from the church that'll do the driving. I'm just going to go along and ride in the van. I don't know if we'll have other people from the church that'll be in the van or be on a little float type thing we're going to do. I don't know. That's not I'm just going to tag along and ride in the van. That's as far as I'm worrying about any of it. And then after the parade, they have a quick Memorial Day service. So I think my hubby's going to be partly involved in that. And then when we get home from that Monday afternoon, we're going to do nothing. Naps will probably be in order. And I'm going to have to just get organized to sit down, shut up, and get back to my knitting. And pick up some more audiobooks. I've been on a hiatus. I haven't had any books. I haven't read any books for the last couple weeks, just with busy stuff. So I'm ready to get back into listening to a few audiobooks while I happily knit away. Anyway, I think I said I was going to shut up a few minutes ago. You guys are used to that now. You know that now, don't you? It's like, it takes me like 3 tries to finish shutting up. But anyway, Olive and I bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye, everyone.